How does one start a video with wearing this face mask and having disinfected that I had homemade, and having to make this video? You know, how does someone make this video? Right now we're dealing with a pandemic. Right now we're dealing with the coronavirus. At first it was taken lightly. People thought it was like, yeah, it's just like a swine flu. It's like Ebola, you know, it's like SARS and, well, SARS and they kind of have some similarities, but I don't know. I just heard that. And we have all these people who are taking it lightly. Memes on Twitter, memes, you know, everywhere, memes on Reddit, you know, and people are like, yeah. And then we start getting cases here. We start getting cases here in California. We start getting cases in the Central Valley. I am from the Central Valley. I'm from California. And we start getting cases locally. And that kind of puts things, it kind of puts in your seat. I personally haven't affected. As of the time of this video, I don't know if I have a job anymore. I don't know. The company that I work for, they say, we don't know if we're going to call you back next month. We might not be able to give you another check, and if we can't, just file for unemployment. For me, I'm kind of glad that I started a business and that I am safe, sort of, for a set amount of months. But for my coworkers and friends that are getting laid off and don't have work, I've never seen people so stressed out and so upset before. I've never seen it. I've never seen a group of people that I would hang out with all the time, some of them seeing them starting to like kind of start losing it because, you know, their jobs are on the line. They don't know if they're going to come back to work. And one thing I have to say that's been personally disgusting me, that when I go into a grocery store, the shelves are empty. There's no toilet paper. There's barely half the perishables are gone. You know, half canned foods are gone. Barely any ramen, and it's like the store got ransacked from people who just wanted to hoard, just to hoard. And for those out there who bought toilet paper and soap to try to sell for more money, there's a special spot in purgatory for people like you. If you're taking advantage of this situation and trying to make money off of it, you're really low. You're really low in the market. Like, you're a really sad, pathetic person. Like, I have no respect towards you, period. And you can't justify it. You can't justify trying to upsell hand sanitizer. You can't justify on selling toilet paper. You can't justify on gouging people for money. You can't do that because you're an absolute piece of garbage. And I'm not applying this, I'm not suggesting this, but if I were to see a car with someone selling toilet paper on the back of the car, I honestly would look the other way if a group of people robbed him and took everything from him and he got no money out of it. Because people like that have no sympathy in this times of situations that us as humanity we are dealing with. And when I go to a store and I see an old lady trying to look for barely anything, and people are running around stores like headless chickens trying to find things, when there is no shortages of anything, humans are making it a shortage. And it's just now supply and demand. The supply can't keep up with demand, and that's creating shortages. So from what you're doing by buying something because you're thinking there's going to be shortage, you're causing a shortage, and you're a butt. You suck. Like, when I went to go buy all my supplies, I bought 2 of everything. That's it. I didn't buy anything more than that. And I thought, if I bought anything more than that, I looked like a giant a-hole walking through this store to go pay for everything. I just couldn't. I was like, no. And because of me buying 2 of everything, I still got supplies to last for a couple weeks. You know, I actually had spare toilet paper and spare soap because my job was throwing it away, and I chose to keep it. And this was months ago, and it came back handy. I'm not The best way I can put it is, I see people that are not as fortunate as me, and it's upsetting. I see people out there that are scared that they're not gonna have money to make their next car payment, their next bill, their next rent, you know, their phone bill, their mortgage, etc., etc. I see people losing their hairs. I see people like, dude, I'm gonna lose my job soon. I'm not gonna have work. I'm not gonna be able to afford this. I'm not gonna be able to do that. I had to cancel this trip. I have to cancel my wedding. I have to, you know, cancel this, you know, flight, and etc., etc. And it is scary. And all we can do now is, first and foremost, stop withdrawing your money out the bank, because the money in the banks are protected. And if you have your money in your house and someone robs you, there goes your money. Because you know why? Because it's not in the bank. Don't do that. You're ridiculous. I have my money in a bank. Nothing's going to happen to the money. It's not going to suddenly just poof away. If you have health issues and you're over the age of 60 or whatever the age is for Corona to affect you, or you have health problems, stay inside and have someone else go get you the items. Like, seriously, please do so. And another thing as well, and the last thing I have to go ahead and say, is we have to flatten the curve. Stop as much as we can. Well, eventually, a lot of us will get affected by the coronavirus. But to do what it takes to slow it down, so we don't overwhelm our healthcare system. Hopefully we don't. And that by staying inside, isolating yourself, only going out when it's essential, like what I've been doing. And if you do have to gather with people, keep a distance, and don't touch your face, and wash your hands thoroughly, and carry hand sanitizer. That's if you really need it. And please be considerate in this time and age. Help people out who need help. Me as an IT, right now I'm getting a lot of service calls to fix internet issues, networking issues, security issues. So I'm still on about, but I have to play it safe by wearing gloves, by wearing a mask, which you saw that I wear, and to go ahead and be able to handle this in a very controlled situation, and to keep a focused mindset in these times of pandemic, and to not make it as worse or amplify it or make it 10 times worse, because us as human beings, we really like to blow things out of proportions, but we just have to be able to get through this and support each other and do what it takes to get what we can get done to lower down this issue of this coronavirus, and to keep as much people as we can safe, they're not as unfortunate as us, from getting sick. So for everyone out there, this is a video I wouldn't have thought I would make. I came out of retirement to make this video, and I hope all of you are safe and are staying home and practicing social isolation, because as of right now, times are grim. Italy does show signs of what our potential future could be here in the United States. But the best thing we can do to help curb that is by staying inside, isolating ourselves, and being moderate and considerate on what resources that we get, so we don't end up with empty cabinets and leaving other people with empty cabinets. So that's all, everyone. Please be healthy. Check out CDC and WHO for information, and please make sure to check out your county, your state, and rules regarding and being outside, and what limitations of where you can or can't do. So that's all. Please be safe. Wash your hands, and wash your hands with hot water for 20 seconds, or lukewarm water, and please be healthy and don't touch your face. Please just do that for me, and wear a mask when you're sick. So that's all. Stay inside, rest up, and we'll all get through this.